So the fact that I am being denied of my rights because I am different is an issue. It's a fucking issue which has to be addressed. Angola has done a good thing.
So, Angola recently got rid of its anti-gay laws because they acknowledged that anti-gay laws came in with colonialism. And being anti-gay is not inherently African. When do you feel other African countries may follow in suit with what Angola did?
I think it is now.
Okay.
It's an urgent call. It's an urgent call because the lives of actual people are at stake. People are dying every day because of their sexuality. People are being thrown out of their houses. People are being thrown out of their jobs. They don't have food. People are dying. People are starving on the street based on their sexuality because of their sexuality. So
Wow.
we are all humans and we have human rights.
Wow.
We have human rights. It's our right to freedom. It's our right to be different. It's our right to be loved. It's our right to have a roof over our heads. It's
Absolutely.
our fucking right. So the fact that I am being denied of my rights because I am different is an issue. It's a fucking issue which has to be addressed. Angola has done a good thing. Other African countries need to follow suit. They need to read history. They need to read history. Especially here in Nigeria, like Nigerians don't know history, especially the government. They don't know their history at all. At all. In Nigeria, they still think being gay, okay, it's an African thing, but in Nigeria, it's so strong. I think the notion was strongly rooted in Nigeria because these people don't bother checking data. They don't bother looking back at the past, what their forefathers did, what their foremothers did, what their ancestors did. They don't care about any of them. They just come on Twitter, go on social media and come, homosexuality is un-African, as if they ever know African history. It's sad. It is sad, and the sadder part is that we have to sacrifice lives of actual people before we know what we are doing is wrong, before we know homophobia is wrong. Why do we have to sacrifice people?
I understand. You're absolutely right about that. And hopefully, like things like this now, what you're doing with your social media, can help bring light to that. It's really heartbreaking to hear that people are losing their lives and hungry and starving in the street because they're homosexual or LGBTQ. That's really sad. So hopefully, we can help bring change to that. I want to ask one more question in regards to that. We're going to move on to what's it like to date in Nigeria. So the last question I want to ask you was when being being homophobic in America. Sometimes the men are homophobic in America because they're because they're homosexual themselves. Does that tend to be sort of the same thing in Nigeria? Like when men are homophobic in Nigeria, and 9 times out of 10 it sort of seems that they're homophobic, they're homosexual themselves.
I don't get that.
Meaning, like, so men here in America who are against homosexuality, a lot of them themselves are actually undercover homosexuals. So, does that apply in Nigeria as well? Like the guys?
Oh, okay. Yes, I think these are human traits, and they apply everywhere, irrespective of the geographical location and the place, irrespective of all of them. So these are human traits. In Nigeria, it is sick because a lot of the people that attack you would send you DMs of wanting to have sex with you.
Got
So,
you.
in actual fact, homophobic people are actual gay people. Them, not all, not totally. Sometimes I feel it's just 10% out of 100%
Mhm.
of
Good.
homophobic people. Yes, 10% are actual gay people.
Got it. I got it. Okay. So I'm gonna move on to what's it like dating in Nigeria. So, our show producer, my friend, Thirsty Aaron here, sometimes moves his Jacked and Adam for Adam. Do you guys? Do you know what those apps are? Jacked or Adam for Adam. Do you know what that is?
Huh?
So here in America, this apps that we use, to dating apps to connect, called Jacked and Adam for Adam. Have you ever heard of that before?
I think the popular ones here are Grindr, Romeo, and Onyx.
Boom, all of that. Well, think about it the same way. So we use those things here. So Aaron sometimes puts his he sometimes moves his location to different cities on different continents, right? He actually sees that there's a lot of dudes online with face pictures. It makes it seem like it's not rough to be openly gay over there. Or are those people risking their lives when they put their face on the app? Or is it, or people just sincere? Like, it's between me and you. If you're in the app, we don't tell nobody. Or they're risking their lives by putting themselves out there in public.
Actually, here in Nigeria, people hardly put their pictures up because it's risky, and we have other how will I put it? We have other threats to our security, like you have law enforcement agencies being on those apps, law enforcement agencies being on those apps to get gay people, extort them, and threaten them.
Okay.
You get other actual gay people who are homophobic, setting other gay people up, beating them up sometimes to the point of killing them. And you just get people that threaten your security, and putting your face out there is just like opening yourself up. So most gay people in Nigeria hardly do that. But for some, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, and I am one of them. I don't give a fuck about you or what you have to say. I think it comes from a place of building a wall around yourself. Building a wall around yourself. Then you know when to actually stop people. You know when to actually stop conversations, and you know places to go to and not to go to.
Got it. So you start to.
Yes, it's putting your face out there is definitely risky. I won't advise anyone to do it because there are a lot of things to lose it. But for me personally, I just feel visibility is important. So I try to put my face in whatever thing I am doing, whatever conversation I am having, because I feel I am an agent of change, and being visible is a factor for change. So I try to be visible out there. I try to have this conversation with people on the in the grassroots and people in other places. So that's why I put my face out there. But it is definitely risky because some people take up your face and they put you in uncomfortable situations.
Mm-hmm. You just got to be smart about it. Like, if you're gonna do it, then you gotta stand by it and be, like you said, either be standing for it. This is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it, or what I'm saying, just be cautious. So I get it. Please tell people where they can find you in case they want to be inspired to get in contact with you or maybe reach out.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I do my advocacy work on these platforms, and I use my lived experiences as a means of reaching out to people. So you can get me on Facebook with Matthew Blaise, and on Instagram with Matthew point Blaise.
And that's Blaise. Let me make sure I say it right.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Blaise.
Got it.
And
okay.
on Twitter at Blaise_21.
Boom, just like that. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got Facebook, we got it all. Awesome, amazing interview. Thank you so much again for your time. All the way from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen, we had Mr. Matthew Blaise here for All the Tea interview with Verse TV. I'm your boy Troy Weeks Music. Thank you guys for tuning in. Matthew's going to be here always with his interview, so you can check it out. And thank you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to talk to Matthew, you can write anything below. We'll make sure we'll get your answers. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.